Our Parsha Devarim starts off with two simple words, Ele HaDvarim. These are the words. These are the words that are to be spoken to Israel. But how simple are these words really? Before even considering what this phrase means, it should be pointed out that the Ten Commandments in Hebrew are called Devarim by the Torah. This would immediately suggest that anything that is related to or referenced with the word Devarim by the Torah is going to be distinctive or perhaps even extraordinary. When searching through the Torah, we find that the phrase Ele HaDvarim appears 3 times. Its first occurrence is right before Israel received the Torah. God there declares that Israel will be to him a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. The second time is right before the building of the Mishkan commences. Moshe gathers the people and starts to teach them about certain details of the laws of Shabbat, in particular about fire. The third time is in our Parsha, Devarim, which starts as a preamble to Moshe's farewell speech. When looking at each of these occurrences, we see that the phrase Ele HaDvarim is used to introduce something life-altering that has to do with Israel's mission as God's people. In Parshat Yitro, it is used as an introduction to receiving the Ten Commandments, which ultimately is for receiving the whole Torah, God's blueprint for this world. Giving us the Torah and making us into his kingdom of priests and a holy nation would forever change our destiny and the world through it. In Parshat Vayakhel, the phrase is used to introduce aspects of the Shabbat. By juxtaposing the Shabbat with the building of the Mishkan and introducing it with the phrase Ele HaDvarim, the Torah is hinting that there is a deep relationship between the Shabbat and the Mishkan. Indeed, Chazal pick up on this hint and teach us that the malachot of Shabbat are learned from the work that was done to construct the Mishkan. This relationship runs so deep that more than the Jews have kept Shabbat, Shabbat has kept the Jews. In our Parsha Devarim, the phrase Ele HaDvarim is coming to draw attention to the importance of what is about to happen. This was not just Moshe's farewell speech. It was Moshe preparing Israel for entering into the Promised Land. Moshe is recounting how they came to this point, and how they were transformed by their 40-year journey in the wilderness, and how even more will change when they actually go into the land. Israel will no longer be a people wandering through the desert, but a nation taking root in its own land. As Rabbi Jonathan Sachs put it, it will give the opportunity to demonstrate how a godly society ought to function, and through it, inspire the rest of the world. Shabbat Shalom.